Karmein was a Chinese-Australian citizen. She was born on Saturday, the 5th November, 1977 in Australia, to parents who had separately migrated from Hong Kong to Melbourne the year prior to her birth. Her parents, John and Phyllis Chan, had become engaged shortly after their arrival in Australia when both were in their early 20s. Both parents held strong work ethics, and by the time Karmein entered her teenage years, the Chan family owned and operated a lucrative Chinese restaurant and a Chinese takeaway, with both parents regularly working up to 18 hours per day. Karmein was the eldest of 3 daughters born to the couple, with sisters Carly, born in June 1980, and Karen, born in May 1982, completing the family. She spent her early years living in the suburb of Bulleen before the family relocated to Serpels Road in the suburb of Templestowe. All 3 sisters received a private education at the prestigious Presbyterian Ladies' College. Their parents ensured all 3 of their daughters were fluent in both Chinese and English, with Cantonese being the language predominantly, though not exclusively, used within the household. By 1991, Karmein was a Year 8 student at Presbyterian Ladies' College, where she was known as a bright and diligent student with ambitions to become a barrister or a doctor. At the time of her abduction, she was recuperating from a bout of glandular fever, from which she had largely recovered by mid-April. Karmein Chan's friends described her as a very friendly person with a strong personality who had a bubbly sense of humor and who lived life to the fullest. William McKay, principal of Presbyterian Ladies' College, described Karmein as charming, polite, enthusiastic, and lively. Her mother said her eldest daughter was smart, caring, and funny. She had a soft heart, a sense of humor, and was slim, tall, and pretty. She was intelligent and very honest. On the morning of 13th April 1991, Karmein attended her regular Saturday tennis lessons at the Camberwell Tennis Center in Baldwin North, where she had begun lessons the previous year. Her mother later drove her daughter to the Bulleen Plaza Shopping Center, where the two ate breakfast. Karmein then completed some of her homework at the Bulleen Library located right next to the shopping center. That afternoon, friends of the family drove Karmein and her sisters to the Eltham Chinese restaurant their parents operated, where they ate an afternoon meal with their mother before an employee drove them home at 5:45 p.m. The sisters spent approximately 1 hour at home with their father before he left to attend to business needs at the Eltham restaurant, just 10 minutes drive from their home. According to Carly and Karen, their sister then read stories to them before all 3 girls watched a television special about Marilyn Monroe in Karmein's bedroom. At approximately 8:40 p.m., Karmein and Carly encountered a man dressed in a green tracksuit with gray sneakers and wearing either a dark blue, dark green, or brown balaclava, wielding a large knife in the family hallway. This individual informed the girls, "See this knife? Where's your mom and dad?" Both were forced into the bedroom at knife point, where the intruder discovered Karen hunched and whimpering behind the bedroom door. All 3 sisters were threatened with the knife before the intruder bound and gagged the 2 younger girls and forced them into a wardrobe as he held Karmein by her hair, saying to the younger sisters, "I won't hurt you. You 2 little ones, get in the cupboard." He then barricaded the wardrobe with a bed before fleeing with Karmein, who was barefoot and wearing only a white, short-sleeved, knee-length floral nightdress with a blue flower pattern and underwear at approximately 9:30 p.m. Investigators later determined Karmein was led across the family garden and tennis court, through a gate and onto Church Road, where she was almost certainly forced into an unknown vehicle parked about 300 meters from the family home. Shortly thereafter, the younger Chan sisters freed themselves from their bindings and the wardrobe before phoning their father to report their ordeal and Karmein's kidnapping. This call was made at approximately 9:45 p.m., with Carly blurting to her father Karmein was missing. Their father rushed home to discover Carly and Karen cowering in the laundry room. He briefly searched the house for his oldest daughter before reporting her kidnapping to police, who arrived at the home within minutes. By 10 p.m., police is on the scene. The Chan family is taken to Doncaster Police Station to make their first statements. A canine unit is promptly deployed and tracks the scent of Karmein up until the point where she most probably entered into her abductor's vehicle. Search helicopters circle the sky of Templestowe, Doncaster, and adjacent suburbs. Unfortunately, Karmein is nowhere to be found.
Police say 13-year-old Karmein Chan had been babysitting her two sisters in their Templestowe home when the abductor struck at about 8:30 last night. It is thought the intruder forced his way in through a window and confronted Karmein and one of her sisters in the hallway. The man wearing a balaclava threatened the girls with a large knife. He then locked the two younger sisters in a bedroom and fled with Karmein. The sisters managed to break free and alert their father at work. While the search for clues continued today, police weren't ruling out a link between this incident and the abduction of two other schoolgirls over the past 2.5 years. In December 1988, 10-year-old Sharon Wills was taken from the bedroom of her North Ringwood home. Last July, 13-year-old Nicola Linus of Canterbury met a similar fate. The two girls were later found dumped. They had both been sexually assaulted. Like Nicola, Karmein Chan attended Presbyterian Ladies College, and all three were abducted during school holidays.
We're obviously using that as an avenue of inquiry. There are similarities, but we're not going to make a statement saying that we believe it's him.
Police admit at this stage there are few clues to the abductor's identity, and they're appealing for public assistance. They believe the man is aged between 25 and 35, approximately 172 centimetres or 5 foot 8 inches tall. He was wearing grey sneakers and a green tracksuit.
That original news footage you just watched was broadcasted on TV on Sunday, 14th April 1991. It wrongfully reports that all three victims were abducted on school holidays, which is not correct. That mistake propagated through the media and is still being colported by some nowadays. On Tuesday, 16th April 1991, worried, their hearts broken by Karmein's abduction, John and Phyllis Chan give their first press conference. Their daughter has been missing for more than 48 hours at that stage, and there is a growing concern about her well-being, considering she is affected by asthma and usually has a metered dose inhaler next to her bed. Phyllis Chan is clearly distressed and is barely able to speak.
It was undoubtedly the hardest decision Phyllis and John Chan have ever had to make. It's been 3 days since their oldest daughter Karmein was abducted at knife point from their Templestowe home. Under great emotional strain, they faced the media today to make this impassioned plea.
Please bring my daughter Karmein back to home, because all my family love her very much, and the two sisters couldn't sleep and very upset.
During the media conference, Mrs. Chan produced Karmein's favourite dress. The memories it evoked of her daughter eventually proved too much.
Your favourite dress here, Karmein. Come back and dress it. Please, release my daughter.
Adding to her family's distress, Karmein's medical condition. She's an asthmatic and has suffered from glandular fever. She requires periodic treatment, and it's feared the trauma of her ordeal may trigger her asthma.
If Karmein really sick, just send her to a hospital, please.
Graffiti sprayed on the Chan's family car on the night of Karmein's disappearance has raised speculation about a vendetta against the family, which owns 2 restaurants. That's a theory vehemently denied by Mr. Chan.
I swear I do nothing wrong. And I've been here 15 years, always in business. I start 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock in the morning and finish at midnight. So I work hard, I know a good opportunity to Australia.
Police say they still have no firm leads, and the state government has offered to post a $100,000 reward for information leading to Karmein's abductor, an offer the police commissioner says is inappropriate at this stage.
On Thursday, 9th April 1992, after almost a year spent waiting and searching, a small body is found in Thomastown at around 5 p.m. by a man walking his dog. Dental records are checked in order to confirm if the bones belong to Karmein, but that leads nowhere as she never had dental works performed. Forensics experts then turn to DNA and soon confirm what everyone suspected right from the start. Karmein is dead. She has been shot 3 times at the back of her head with a .22 caliber by an unknown individual, possibly her abductor. She was 13 years old. In a snap, right at the moment she got abducted, her dreams, future, projects, and family were destroyed. Her parents, sisters, extended family in Hong Kong, family friends, school friends, and teachers are devastated. Karmein's younger sister Carly is often seen sleepwalking at night while calling her sister's name. The entire city of Melbourne is shaken, and the police officers involved in the case are heartbroken too. On Saturday, 16 May 1992, the burial ceremony of Karmein Chan takes place at the Bulleen Baptist Church. It's a moment of intense sorrow shared by the huge crowd that came to say a last goodbye to Miss Chan. Daily life becomes extremely difficult for the remaining members of the family, and sadly, in 1993, due to the extreme stress caused by the whole situation, John and Phyllis Chan get divorced. Their beautiful residence is sold on the 23rd of October 1993, and their restaurants are on the brink of failure.